Hello. In this video, we're going to look at example 1E on exam 3 review. So we want to go ahead and find the critical numbers, which means we need to look for the domain. -8 doesn't limit anything. X to the 4/5 power, if we look at the denominator, that's odd, which means that it does not limit the domain either. So the domain here is -infinity to infinity. Then we need to go ahead and find the derivative. The derivative here is actually pretty simple. -8 goes to 0. We don't need to deal with it. But the 4/5 goes in front, makes that -4/5. And then x to the subtract 1, that makes that to the -1/5. Good. Now bring that x to the -1/5 to the denominator here. That gives me -4/5 times x to the 1/5 power. And there you go. That is the derivative. So what do we do with this? We want to find the critical numbers, which means we need to set both the numerator and denominator equal to 0. The first one doesn't produce any solutions. The second one, divided by 5, gives me x to the 1/5 equals 0. Take both sides to the 5th power, that gives me 0. So x equals 0 is a critical number here because it's in the domain of the function. So there you go. That's our critical number. Then we're going to look at the number line. We need test points to both the left and the right of 0. So if I plug in -1 here, that gives me -5 in the denominator. So -4 over -5 is a positive, which means it's going up from left to right there. And then plug in the 1, that's +5 in the denominator, which makes that -4 over 5. So it's going down from left to right. And again, we're plugging that into the derivative here. So B is telling me that we are increasing from -infinity to 0, and C is telling me we are decreasing from 0 to infinity. Good deal. And just so you can see what this looks like in the calculator. So if we go to the calculator, go to y equals, I'm going to clear both of those. On y1, I'm going to type in -8 minus x to the 4/5 power. In y2, I'm going to do alpha y equals enter. And then -4 over 5 parentheses, no parentheses, sorry, just x to the 1/5 power. Outstanding. Again, if you want to, you can graph it on the standard window. You're not going to see a whole lot. So if I press zoom 0, you're going to see a little bit more. Notice that this is the function. That's what it's looking like. But if we go to the table, our test values were -1 and 1. So the derivative is positive and negative in those respective regions. And there you go. Alrighty. This is example 1E for exam 3 review. Have fun.